Hi there, I'm Jodi. This is my Stamp with Jodi YouTube channel, and I'm so happy that you're here. We are on episode 17 of season 3 of the Great American Stampin' Show. If you just stumbled upon this, make sure that you do two things actually. Watch the other 3 videos that are shared by my competitors. This is a stamping competition that you've stumbled upon. The second thing is be sure to check out my Great American Stampin' Show playlist, because this is season 3, which means there was a season 2 and a season 1. And this is episode 17, which means there were 16 more episodes just this season. We do this video competition every week. You participate by commenting and voting, and then the winner of each round is determined. So congratulations to Shannon, who won episode 16 with her magic disappearing ink card. It's so fun to watch. It's kind of mesmerizing as she shows it just to sit there and watch. So episode 17. It's a fun layout, and I want to pull in something that I used for my creative inspiration. Yes, this is a box of tissues, but when I saw this, I saw a really fun color combination. So that's what I'm going to do, is match up some of these colors that you see right here with Stampin' Up! Colors. And I am creating a card for you today that, even though we're approaching the holiday season, is not a Christmas card. So we're going to take a break from the action of Christmas cards and do more of an all-occasion card for you with some fun colors based on what I saw on my box of tissues. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we are on episode 17. So that means we are on layout 17 right here. So we've got 3 strips in the background, focal point in the center. So this is our creative inspiration, what we each start with and then put our own little twist on. Now, as I said, this was my inspiration for my color combination. So I'm going to just kind of set this on its side and pull in these colors that I used. So there's some black lines in here, so I chose some black. And then I thought this matched up pretty closely here with Summer Splash. And then that bigger leaf, that is almost dead on shaded spruce. And then Granny Apple Green. And then I thought at first this was like very vanilla, but when I pulled vanilla in, it was a pretty stark difference as opposed to Seafoam. That's a pretty darn good match. So these are the colors that I went with, inspired by my box of tissues. So basic black, Summer Splash, shaded spruce, Granny Apple Green, and soft Seafoam. All right, let's scoot this out of the way so I can actually get stamping here. Okay, so my card base, let me scoot those two and pull in my other pieces. My card base is going to be the soft Seafoam. So 8.5 by 5.5, and just folded right down the middle. And then there were 3 strips, okay? So I had these 3 that I cut, let's see, these are 1 inch by 4.5. And so I thought that would be pretty good, but I wanted to bring the black in, and I didn't like that there wasn't quite enough contrast, in my opinion, to the soft Seafoam card base. So I'm adding a layer of black right behind these strips so that they'll actually look like this, and then on the soft Seafoam card base. I like that a whole lot better. So what I want to do first is take this stamp set. It's called Layering Leaves. Like I said, I'm not doing a Christmas card this time, but I'm going to do more of an all occasions card with the Layering Leaves stamp set. And, oh, this is kind of silly, but this is a brand new VersaMark ink pad, and there is a certain amount of satisfaction in opening up and using a brand new VersaMark. So I decided to share that with you here. Look at that. Not stained. Brand new VersaMark ink pad. The simple, simple joys in life. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this and I'm going to pull the Granny Apple Green, and I'll just tap my stamp from Layering Leaves onto my VersaMark ink pad. Oh my, look how dark it is. I'm so not used to a fresh ink pad. And just randomly add some leaves to the background like that. And now I'll do the same thing with shaded spruce. So this time I'll kind of turn and have it come down from the top, just so it's a little bit different than the first strip we did with Granny Apple Green. And then finally, one more time with Summer Splash. It's so fun to use a brand new VersaMark pad. When's the last time you've gotten a new VersaMark pad? It's like those simple, simple pleasures that just bring so much joy. And this one I'll have come in from this side. Okay, so we've got those three going across like that. So I think I'll just get that aside and I'll go ahead and pull in my adhesive and just do some, maybe get it going. There we go. It was a brand new refill just put in. So I'll layer this on this piece of basic black. So I'm going to do the Granny Apple Green on the left, and then I'm going to do, what is this, Summer Splash over on my right. And I'm just leaving an equal distance, top, bottom, and on the edge. And now what I'm going to do is take my shaded spruce that goes in the middle, and I'm going to just kind of center it in the space that's left. So I'll just try to have eyeball the distance there and have an equal amount of black on each side. Then we'll go ahead and add this to our soft seafoam card base. All right, now I'm going to pull in another piece of soft seafoam. In the original layout, it had a larger piece here, and I just couldn't figure out a way to make that work with the style that I was going for. So this is 1 inch, so just like these are each 1 inch, and then it's about 2 3/8, so just under 2.5. Now before I do this next step, I'm going to take this little embossing buddy. It's just a little thing that we have with Stampin' Up! That will make a big difference, because when I do this next step of inking up with VersaMark and stamping on here, I'm going to be pouring black embossing powder over the VersaMark. And that's one of the great things about VersaMark. It'll do a watermark look like this. So it looks like I actually had Granny Apple Green, Shaded Spruce, and Summer Splash ink, but it was all just that VersaMark ink. And now I'm stamping hello on my soft seafoam. I'm going to pull in my tray with black embossing powder. Let's see if I have enough right in the tray. I'll sprinkle a little more on. And I tap off my excess. And because I used that embossing buddy, just ran this across, before I stamped with my VersaMark ink, it took the static out of the paper, and it's not going to let these little powder pieces of the embossing powder stick in weird places. So let's set that aside and pull in my heat tool. And let me try to hold this in a way that you'll be able to see the powder melting. I think I hit it and got just a couple. There we go. All right, here we go. So look for the black to melt and get shiny. There it's starting. Do you see it? And I'll flip and hold the other end. All right, I think that looks good. Hopefully you can see in the light a little bit the shine from that embossing. It really makes the hello just pop right off of the card. Okay, let me cover up my VersaMark ink and protect that brand new ink pad. All right, so the last couple of things. This is a coordinating punch. It actually matches the stamps that are in, let me pull this back in. So you can see this and the images in the set so they coordinate together. And I'm going to pop out one of the larger pieces from Summer Splash. And we'll put that over toward this side. And then I'm going to pull in a little bit of gold foil paper. I felt like it needed just a little bit of a pop. And so I'm going to put one of those on this side and pop one more out, and that will go over here. All right, so let me get these little flying pieces out of the way. So what I want to do, I'm essentially just going to add this right down here. So I think I'll go ahead, and to get this to stick, I'm just going to put some adhesive right there and just kind of stick that down into it. And it'll give me some wiggle room too if I want to move things around. So I'm just kind of setting this here, eyeballing. I think that's pretty good placement. So I'm going to hold it here and then just put some adhesive down here, press that into it, add a little bit more, and press this down into it. Okay, so it looks kind of like a hot mess underneath, but no one will ever see that. We'll add our Stampin' Dimensionals on the back here. Peel off the little backing and then just add that right over. I'm going to have it line up all the way over on the right here. And right there, I love this card. Isn't it crazy that I can just sit there? I mean, just a box of tissues. And I was like, I see Stampin' Up! Colors. And then, like I said, I just wanted to do something with them. Not Christmassy, although I think it would be kind of cool to use these colors on a Christmas card too. But I love the way this looks. I do want to pull in my first try with this and see if you can tell the immediate difference. I think you can. If you look at the word hello, this I stamped just with Memento black ink. This one is embossed, and to me it just pops off the card even more. So I really like the embossed look. So this is such a quick and creative card, inspired by just an ordinary box of tissues. The VersaMark ink, that watermark ink, takes that tone-on-tone color. Same ink gives you the stickiness you need for that embossing powder, and then just that special touch of the embossing on the word hello, and then the gold foil pieces, I think just really complete it. So as I said at the beginning, this is a competition. So you're going to need to click through in my description. There are links to videos for Shannon and Brandy and Julie. Watch all of them, and then come back and give your thumbs up vote to the one that you like the most. Voting ends Sunday evening, and so we will see who is the winner of Season 3, Episode 17. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.